a timeshare. And Talia? She wasn't just cheating, she was scheming. There were wire transfers, $5,000 at a time, going from our joint account to a shell company. I followed the paper trail. It looped right back to her father. They weren't just mocking me, they were milking me until tonight. I pulled up the security feed from the rooftop bar. I had hacked the building system before leaving. Just a quick data sweep. And there it was. Talia laughing, drinking, mocking me to her cousins while Daniel whispered in her ear. But around 10:07 p.m., things changed. A new man appeared, suit, tie, lean frame. He walked up to the bar with confidence and handed the bartender a small envelope. 2 minutes later, the power cut out briefly, just long enough for everyone to stop laughing. And now, 1 hour later, I had 29 missed calls and a string of frantic voicemails. I finally played the latest one. Talia's voice was trembling. "Please, something's wrong with Dad. He collapsed." "And Daniel?" "He just walked away. He said something about a setup." "What did you do?" I smiled coldly and leaned back in my chair. "Oh, sweetheart," I whispered. "This is just the beginning. The fall begins." Talia's family had always thought they were untouchable. Old money, flashy names, business ties that ran deep in the city. But old money doesn't protect you from new intelligence. I didn't return any of their calls. I didn't rush back like they expected the boring sponsor to do. I let the panic simmer. Instead, I sent a single message anonymously. It went to every guest at that rooftop bar, to every one of Talia's cousins, friends, and business associates. Before you trust what she says, ask her who paid for her boyfriend's restaurant. Ask her where the missing charity funds went. Her father smirked. "You were just a sponsor, always been." I walked out without a word, but an hour later, they called me in a panic. Ask her how many people she's used before this. Attached was a link, encrypted and protected, but set to unlock in 24 hours. And once it did, the truth would spread like fire through a dry field. Back at the hospital, Talia's father was conscious but shaken. His vitals were normal, but the panic attack he'd suffered wasn't, especially after he saw who had walked into the bar right before the blackout. Gavin Mercer. A name he hadn't heard in 10 years. Ex-business partner. The one he'd defrauded in a land deal gone bad. The one he thought had gone away quietly. Gavin was many things, but forgiving wasn't one of them. And I had brought him back into the picture for one reason, to let the old wolves eat the new ones. Talia called again, her voice now mixed with desperation and fear. "Please. We didn't know he was dangerous. We didn't mean for it to go this far. Just come talk to me, please." I didn't answer, but I did activate the second phase. Daniel Reyes' Porsche was repossessed that morning. Turns out those shell companies they used to launder my money were registered using Daniel's social security number. I made sure of it, subtly replacing Talia's father's name with his months ago in the documents when I helped them reorganize their investments, fraud, embezzlement, wire fraud. I had built it like a house of cards, and now I just breathed lightly and watched it collapse. The best part? They thought they were calling a plumber. They didn't realize they'd married a demolition expert. The legal hammer fell. By the next morning, I was already in a new apartment, small, quiet, paid in full for the next year using funds I'd been quietly setting aside for months. You see, I always knew something was off about Talia. The way she never let me see the full books on her family business. The way she insisted I sign things without reading them.